What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Skye, Skye Squad. Y'all know what's up. We are back in the building. Yes, indeed. And we got a couple of news items for you guys to wrap up the end of the day, okay? Well, the end of the day, East Coast time, I should say. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you're watching in the chatterization. If you guys can hear me and see me clearly in the chatterization, let me know if you guys can see me and hear me clearly. Listen, let me also know where you're watching from so we can know, exactly where our people are from and what you're doing. We're going to be talking about KANDI Burruss, and Todd Tucker got some new ventures going today, and she also is celebrating another milestone, okay? Then we got the ladies from Married to Medicine, Los Angeles, and they got some questions for Bravo, okay? They got some questions for the Bravo, and I got some too, okay? Then we're going to be talking about the news that's on everybody's lips, Kamala Harris. Listen, we're going to get into that right at the end, so stick around for that. I want to know your thoughts on that, okay? Before we get into everything, make sure you guys, of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell button so that you can be locked into all the new news. You guys can also watch me on Facebook as well because we're streaming there right now live, and you can also join the texting community at 1-202-918-3386. I'll shoot you a text message as soon as a new video is about to drop, as soon as a new live is about to drop as well. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and stage dive on into exactly the first thing that we're going to talk about. Now, our friends over at Peach Report Daily, okay? Peach Report Daily is the wave, okay? Now, let me tell you guys what's actually happening right now. So, Todd Tucker posted today. He says, I live in Southeast Atlanta and was always asked why we don't have a certain restaurants in our area, Black area. But I'm not asking anymore. I will build what we want and what we need in our communities. They better not let me figure out how to build my own grocery store. Hashtag Black owned. As they celebrate the announcement of Blaze Steak and Seafood, okay? Now, congratulations to KANDI and Todd for opening up yet another restaurant, okay? We do want to congratulate them for that. It is interesting to note, though, because our good friends over at All About the Tea are reporting, okay? They're reporting that there are many people who are a little bit upset with Todd and KANDI at this moment because of this little tidbit right here, okay? So apparently, Todd and KANDI hadn't gotten the PPP loans that were intended for struggling businesses, okay? Now, this is what happened, okay? They caught up wind of the news as well. And, a lot of people were upset because from records obtained by All About the Tea, Old Lady Gang and Old Lady Gang 2 each received PPP loans ranging from $150,000 to $350,000. Now, these loans, again, were funded, okay, for small businesses, okay? That was the thought. But a lot of other businesses ended up also being able to access this loan amount as well, right? Kanye West was one of those, and I think he got about, I forget what his amount was for his business. But there's been a lot of, debate around whether or not, these people who have lots of money should be getting this type of bailout money. Because when you look at what's happening in the landscape of the business world, we also note that small businesses are they're going bankrupt left and right. Okay? So we need to look no further than Bloomberg to note that small businesses are dying by the thousands and no one is tracking the carnage, okay? So there's some debate about whether or not, people who make millions of dollars should get this type of money, okay, for these loans. Now, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. This is what, listen, it's a topic of debate that's happening all over the country. So this is nothing new, right? Naturally, Mars says they have employees, so yes. Okay. It's All Love says Nene should try to get that because we did hear that one of her swag boutiques was closing down. I didn't even, I didn't want to report on that because I didn't want it to come across like we was celebrating somebody losing something like that. But it is, since you mentioned it, maybe that is something she could do. Delilah says it's a loan, it has to be paid back. Malika, the reason, I think what was the argument was that they have loads of money, so people were, a little bit outraged by that. The same way they were outraged that Kanye did it as well. So, there's lots to discuss on that front. But what we can say is congrats to Kandi and Todd. Anytime I feel like we have any of our Black, reality stars of color doing something big on this channel, we will celebrate it. But we also got to talk about the fact that they're in the news for that as well. Okay. For the PPP loans, as well as this huge endeavor. So shout out to them for that. So the next thing that I want to talk about is Kandi Burruss is also being recognized in another major way. Okay. Kandi is a hustler. We all know that. And Don Juan just let the cat out of the bag. Okay. Let me share with you what's going on with her real quick as well. You guys may now know that the College of Law, okay, is offering the Legal Life of Kandi Burruss course. Okay. So what's happening is Georgia State law students will have the opportunity to take a course on the career of Kandi Burruss, okay? Singer, songwriter, actress, entrepreneur, and star of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The course will be taught by Mo Ivory as part of the Entertainment, Sports, and Media Law Initiative, which began in 2018, okay? She says, I chose Kandi because she has an amazing career which spans every aspect of the entertainment industry, from music, television, and live performance to licensing, apparel, and more. I wanted to study a woman this time around and have worked with Kandi in the past. I knew she was the perfect choice. She handles her business and it shows with her success, but all the while she's completely approachable and willing to share her lessons learned. I couldn't be happier for my students to learn the law through Kandi's career, okay? Now, Kandi says of the honor, she says, I'm honored to be part of this year's curriculum at Georgia State University College of Law. Attorneys are among the most important members of your team. It's imperative you have the right lawyers around you to assist in making the best decisions. Every contract you sign is building towards your overall dreams and goals. I'm excited to see the students get a firsthand look into some of the contracts that have shaped my career thus far. Okay, so this is another accolade for Kandi as she continues to build her empire, all right? So shout out to Kandi for yet another one. You know what I'm saying? This is huge news. Anytime, again, like I said, we get our celebrities, our reality stars, an opportunity to be celebrated. That is what we're going to do, okay? That is what we're going to do. I'll place a link to the article so that you guys can read more about it in the description down below, okay? Now, I want to go ahead and talk about our next topic. And I really want you guys to give your input on this subject. Now, shout out to our source, urbanbellmag.com, okay, for picking this up. Now, when a fan asked why there was no reunion for Married to Medicine Los Angeles, Dr. Britton said, I want to know too, and tagging Bravo. Leah Diaz says, girl, we all want to know. And Dr. Imani says, let me hush, okay? So the ladies have questions, as do the viewers. Now, I want to know from you guys in the comment section below. Oh, thank you, Sweet Cookie, for that, I appreciate you for the super chat. Somebody else had put down a super chat. I appreciate you as well. I'm trying to look and see who it was so I can shout you out. I don't see it yet. Don't see it yet. Don't see it yet. Okay. Now. Oh, okay. Let me go back to something real quick. Okay. Real quick. Jeremiah Robinson said Kandi let all her followers know she was going to apply for the loan, and she did multiple videos on how you could apply if you had a small business. She has multiple employees, so why shouldn't she? Okay. So at least with Kandi, she was transparent about her actions. Okay. And we know Kandi is about getting that money. And I know I actually talked to a couple of business owners who felt the same way. If the money is there, they were going to apply for it. But some people saw it a different way. You know what I'm saying? But this is good information to know. Thank you, Jeremiah Robinson, for chiming in with this. This is why we like to have the videos live, guys, because now we can get up to the minute information. Okay. Now, what do you guys think about this Married to Medicine Los Angeles news? Do you guys feel as though the ladies of Married to Medicine Los Angeles deserved a reunion? Okay. Dr. Calvin Green says we're still trying to figure out what happened to Married to Medicine Houston. Okay. Mickey says Mariah was right about Married to Medicine LA. What did she say? Cherie said Kandi did that live with Todd on IG. Perfect. Transparency is key. Okay, so Sheila said the show was boring. Coffee says they had this show set up to fail. Bravo has an issue. Look how long they took to give Shaz a reunion. Renee says, I don't know that they are that interesting for a reunion. Maybe a one part. It's All Love says they need to cancel the show as a whole. Blissfully Bree says, I don't think. Oh, it disappeared. My bad, guys. It was a comment I wanted to. Here we go. Here we go. Dr. Calvin Green again says no promo, no press. No Watch What Happens Live love. It's a wrap. I will say to you guys that I noticed this as well. I don't think that they did Watch What Happens Live until the very last episode of the season. And we really needed that promo at the first episode of the season to hype it up, and every Sunday there afterwards, as though the ladies were on Real Housewives of Atlanta, okay, or Potomac. This is how you promote the show, Bravo. You know what I'm saying? I know we got the time to do it. We got the time to add in at least one cast member from the show to promote, okay? Now, personally, I didn't feel as though the show had that much in terms of drama, okay? I didn't feel like it was that drama, okay? I didn't feel, none of the personalities have enough pull. That's what DM says. Carol says, I agree, it wasn't promoted. Roxanne says, sometimes they were funny, but we need it all the time, okay? Now, Tracy has an interesting notion that they should combine the franchise. Okay. Carol says, I never got into it when I watched it. That was my feeling as well. Lisa agrees that they were set up to fail and that it was a little boring. Mina says, no drama, no promotion. So what do we do? Let me ask you guys this last question about this before we move on. Do we cancel this franchise or do we give it a season 3? In the chatterization, give me a cancellation or a season 3. Give me your thoughts. Cancellation or season 3? Cancellation or season 3? Those are the two options. Let me see what you guys say down in the chatterization. Okay, Red Phoenix says cancel. Donovan says give it a season 3 with new cast members. QT1 says season 3. Lisa says, I believe in second and third chances. I'm going to say third chances too, because maybe that third time will be the charm. Tish P says, they're doctors. They'll be all right. Cancel it. Dana Fife says season 3. Sweet Cookie says cancel. Mount Kitty says we need another season. Can I give you guys my final thoughts on it? I say let's give it a season 3, and somebody else hit the nail on the head. Give them a season 3, but actually support them, okay? If you're not going to support the show, it's not going to do well. You can't put all of your energy into the franchises that have the most weight. You also got to give some promo to the franchise. I don't know if you guys watch Hulu or not, but they're actually promoting that show on Hulu right now. When you watch a Bravo show on Hulu, you'll see commercials for Married to Medicine Los Angeles. And I'm like, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's done. What are we doing? What are we doing? So anyway, I want to move on to our final piece of news for the afternoon for you guys. And I'm sure you guys have already heard this. But Kamala Harris becomes the first Black woman to be a running mate on a party's presidential ticket, because that good Joe Biden has selected her to be his running mate for vice president of the United States of America for this election cycle. Okay? Now, I had to mention this today, and I had to do a video specifically talking about this because I just felt like this is such a great moment, okay? This is such a great moment for not only Black people, okay? Black women, minority women in general. DM says Kamala is Black now. Well, I believe her father is Jamaican and her mother is Indian, I believe. Let me pull up the data. Okay. Yeah, Harris's mother was born in India and her father in Jamaica. So that counts as Blackerization. Okay. And I'll place a link to that in down below in case you need it. Now, here's the thing. Regardless of whether or not you like her for the things that she's done in the past, I'm a firm believer in what we need moving forward. And so I just feel like this is a step in the right direction. Everybody's not going to agree on the choices. Everybody doesn't, a lot of people don't want Joe as the Democratic nominee, but he is. And so we just, at a certain point in time, for those who are voting Democrat, just need to go ahead and rally behind the party and what's going on. Okay? And this is basically a good stance to take, Bristfully Bree. You may not like her, but at this point, you're going to be stuck with her. Okay? Now, DM, thank you for the super chat. And here's what you need to know about her. Again, her mother was born in India, her father in Jamaica. Okay? And as noted online, on like documented, we're going to consider her a Black woman. And that's that. So we're going to go ahead and rock with it. That's my take on it. I feel like I don't need to argue about how black she might be. She is a black woman. And that's that. And Red Phoenix, that ain't a bad thing. He says, honestly, I'm voting for Joe because I'm not voting for 45. We got one mission. I feel like I said it. One mission. And that's to get 45 out of the office. Somebody said something interesting. So does that mean, so for people who are arguing that she's not all the way black, does this make Obama any less black? Exactly. At the end of the day, and again, despite what you might want to recognize her as, she is a woman of color. So arguing about how black she might be or whether or not, I feel like that's irrelevant at this point. First, it's historic because it's a woman of color, and there's a strong possibility that she'll actually make it. So why we can't be just on board and happy for that? That's my thing. I think it's a great moment. I think it's brilliant. And I think that this is exactly what we need at this point in time in this country. One agenda. And that's that. So I feel like it's a moment to celebrate. It's like, what are we doing here? Thank you. But with that being said, we're about to jump off of here. Congratulations once again to Kandi for doing the doggone thing. Shout out to her and Todd for pushing forward and pushing through and making moves. And we're not going to all agree. You know, not everybody agreed about Kandi and the PPP thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. We don't have to agree. But that's the news. Kamala Harris is the VP pick. Some of y'all, I literally mistakenly got on here thinking that was going to be a moment to celebrate. But I see a lot of people are not on board with that choice. I don't really know what's going to make some of y'all happy, but to me, I feel like this is a break from the norm, and we need a break from the norm. Okay, we need a break from the good old boy network, and I'm willing to take that however we can get it. That's just me. With that being said, I want to say thank you, and DM. You know what? We can agree to disagree on this. But I thank you for the super chats. You are always welcome, and your opinion is always welcome. Our thing is we don't have to agree as long as we disagree respectfully. And I see a lot of disagreeing respectfully here. And I appreciate you guys for that. Your opinions are always welcome on this channel. The good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, we're going to celebrate it all. And that's what I like about doing this channel this way, especially doing these lives. DM is not here for the Kamala. Okay. Anyway, as much as we possibly can, y'all, let's stay excited about where we're going and where we're headed. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Okay. Love one another, wear your masks, and let's go ahead and let's keep things popping. Let's keep things moving. We got missions, we got work to do. Let's stay motivated. And that's that. Love y'all.